Hey crew, Mark Hatmaker here. This video is going to make not one lick of sense unless you've read the accompanying the link to discuss article about deeds and words and marrying that gesture to the words to your intent. Move on. I mean, this is our offering for the New Year's, and again, even if you read the article, hell, this still may not make a damn bit of sense to you. Again, we're going to offer you a few words or phrases from a Comanche vocabulary accompanied by some of the hand talk, the Plains sign language. And again, you've got to look at that article for this really to make any sense whatsoever. First and foremost, when we're talking about the new year or everyday life, we want to be alive and awake in it. Whether we're warriors, we're talking about situational awareness, and we all give, we talk the talk all the time, but also that just means everything in everyday life, being alive to everything from the nuance of a smile in your loved ones, or if you're catching that little hint of a frown or the furrowed brow to let you know something is off. And askew, and you want to jump on that before time comes, or are you catching the sign of perhaps an illness that you weren't quite sure? There's always small tells with what's going on. So these are your little harbingers, canaries in the coal mine, and also want to be alive and awake to the good things in life, but we want to be awake to things. And the word is tu bonito, and the accompanying gesture for it is just that, a quick popping like that, like you got the eyes opening. In one hand, you can say, oh, it means awake, but in the warrior tradition, the Comanche tradition, it's not so much, oh, good morning, tu bonito. This doesn't mean you're wide awake. It means you're awake to what's going on in the world. And again, it doesn't mean just that situational awareness, or going, no, tu bonito, I am awake. No, tu bonito in the awake warrior sense, we're getting ready to move into the raid. It means I'm awake to everything that's going on around me at that time. So, tu bonito, whether we're using this for yourself, tu bonito, be awake when I'm walking around in the world, tu bonito, tu bonito. If you don't want to say the words aloud, say, hey, I'm awake. Sometimes the gesture brings us to it. Again, take a look at that article to follow what we're kind of doing this for. The other thing to keep in mind is there will be setbacks or things going on in the world, and we want to brush them off as much as possible. The word nutoniro, to brush it off. I mean, it can be literally, you need to brush yourself off. You got some dirt on you. But the accompanying sign language for it is just one quick, like that. Nutoniro. So if I see you across the river, across the plain, and hey, we got a problem coming up, and I just, my companion goes, yeah, like that. It means, no deal, not a problem. I brush it off. It doesn't mean, what are you going to do? It really means brush it off, go away, don't need it, don't have it anymore. So, nutoniro. Get rid of it once. It's not doubled up or anything like that. You're not being emphatic. If you keep doing that, it'll let you know you're really thinking about it. You haven't brushed it off yet. So, get rid of it. Toss it away. Another concept that we all want, right? We want to be brave. Two fists going past one another. That's so tekuniapi. Everyone wants to be brave. We don't want to be a coward, which is a pisiapo, to be a coward. Think about reaching towards something, then pulling back the last moment, kind of like, So it's very literal. So like we know, tekuniapi. Nitsa, I'm brave. Tekuniapi, you're brave. Nitsa, tekuniapi. Nobody wants to be a coward. Pisiapo, nitsa ke. Pisiapo. I don't want to be a coward, right? To be brave and to be cowardly, though, is not just in these big senses. It's just not in the whole sense of let's go skydiving. I'm not talking. It means even the small senses. So let's get out there and dance with your wife. Oh, I don't look good. I feel dumb dancing, or whatever excuse you got. You're supposed to be able to do anything. It doesn't mean you have to do it well. It means it's the willingness. Bravery is doing, right? And being a coward is refraining from everything. It's being a wallflower, and even more so, the finger is also withdrawing. It means someone who might point at others and make fun of them. And often they're making fun of them because they don't do a damn thing themselves. So again, from that warrior tradition, it still seems to hold true for today, doesn't it? And cowardice is also a form of slavery because you're afraid for yourself, right? To be a slave is, narayabo, with obviously hands bound together here. But you don't want to be a slave, but no one's going to help get you out of that. So the sign for that, for not being a slave, or the word is kuaro, which it means to escape. And so we're discussing here, it could be physically to escape something. Really, the warrior condition, whenever you look across and see someone who's saying kuaro, you see this side from the rival, which is slavery, and then you see this kuaro directly out of it. That means it's telling you to forget something. So if I see you over there and I'm thinking, you guys are wandering something, and we both understand it, telling you to, get it out of your brain, get it out of your mind, which is Kopisi, or so you got to free. You're like George Clinton, free your mind and your ass will follow. So free your mind and body. So Kuado, ne kopisi tu sutuku, free your mind and body. Get in the game, so you're not a coward or a slave to your fears. These don't have to be. You can be big and small things. I'm afraid of snakes, or just like I'm afraid to dance and just get out there. Just whatever it is. Just Kuado, try and overcome those things where you can. But again, use the gesture if you can to maybe the first step. Get out there and go, yeah, Kuado, I'm gonna free myself. Get out there, hit that dance floor. Concepts for happiness, or the sign for happiness is going to be right hand over the heart, and then 2 hands down, open up, do this. And the word nusukato, you want to be happy. And then nusukato, I want you to be happy. Yeah, it's happy in there, nusukato. This gesture is important because how it means, usually when we use the word happy, we're just describing one state. Hey, you feel good, you're smiling, you look good, you happy? You mean it that way, but this gesture lets us know it means a little bit more. It means you've taken your heart and you've opened it up. It means it's a two-way street. It means that you're, usually we think of happy as, oh, he gave me a great thing and I feel good, I'm glad he did that. The warrior tradition is, remember, if you went on the hunt, you brought back all the meat, you usually gave it all away. You were trying to open up your heart to, it was a two-way street. You're trying to be happy. You gave as much of yourself in good tidings as you could, and also you were open to all the good tidings you can get. You were trying to link every good thing you can on top of it. It's almost like the Stoic concept of Marcus Aurelius' link one good thing to another, all down the line. Even no matter how small it is, you got to gather it in. Sometimes you were sitting with a loved one in the hospital, maybe that blood pressure reading wasn't so good, the next one's pretty good, grab it and hang on to that. So your heart's got to be open to every single thing that's going on. So to be happy, snatch all the small ones you get and give away as much as you can. The more you give away with being happy, usually you get a lot of that, right back. And again, in the new year, we know all life, you've got to keep taking whacks at it, keep going. We're going to get knocked down. We're going to get up again until we can't get up anymore. And that's going to happen to all of us. That's called death and illness and all that. But we want to keep trying. And to keep trying is basically means to hit repeatedly. The sign for it is these 2 fingers out. Whoopito, whoopito. So from the elbow out, whoopito. And, whether it's in the gym, I can look across at other people who are aware of some of this sign talk and they're getting ready to hit their next set, or are they ready for the next set of their hands on the hips. You look at them and you're kind of going, let them know, yeah, keep going, stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. The gesture kind of wakes you up to it. Sometimes it's the word, doesn't have to be the Comanche phraseology, doesn't even have to be this particular sign language, but we know getting tied, making that body move can often wake us up. When we're waking ourselves up, where are we waking ourselves up to? Not the past, not the future. We may have right plans on paper or intention for the future, but we got to live and do everything right here, right now. And that's right here. That's Maku, right now. Miko, Maku, Miko. Means let's do this right now. So if I look at you, or we get ready to go out on the raid, we're on the hunt, or just in the gym, or it is maybe I'm finally going to get on the dance floor and try this. People go, it's going to happen. When are you going to do it? And all right, Maku Miko, I'm ready to roll, man. Let's go. I'm going to give you one more, and that's just to say I'm ready, because I just think it's very small, but it's very specific. And ready is just this chin up. It's kind of an aggressive chin up. And the word itself, it doesn't matter. It sounds very aggressive, but I think it's interesting because there's so much in language is more of a laid back, and it kind of flows out this way. But to say you're ready is it's like this big pop on it, and that aggressiveness is to kind of like, I like how it energizes the system as opposed to most of the time people, hey, you ready? Yeah, okay. We kind of like shrugs a little bit, or the head's down a little bit, and it kind of feels hedged, or yeah, I'm ready. It's almost goofy, but with this aggressiveness lets you know it's kind of priming the body and getting out there and going, yeah, I think I am ready. Even if I'm not, like we Q2 in the article there, that often it's these small motions from the body coupled with the phrase that gets us going. Now I go, this has been way off topic of what we usually do. In one sense, another sense, if you're privy to my idiosyncrasies, you're going to go, hey, it's right on target for Hatmaker being weird as hell. So take it for what it's worth. Hopefully you found something useful in it. All my best to you guys in the new year. Appreciate all the support, and stay strong, my warriors. Here comes my thumb.